Hello students, I welcome you again in the online classes for the physical education for class 11th. Students, we are covering the lesson number 5, that is yoga. The topics which is to be covered in this lesson is first topic is meaning and importance of yoga, then elements of yoga, and third topic is introduction to asanas, pranayam, meditation and yogic kriyas. And the fourth topic is yoga for concentration and related asanas, that is Sukhasan, Tadasan, Padma and Shashankasan, and various relaxation techniques for improving concentration. So, student, when we talk about yoga, so yoga is an ancient art of India which is more than 5,000 years old. So, we can see that yoga is in was present during the Indus civilization times, and it is the ancient yoga is an ancient science which can be found in the text of Vedas, which are more than 10,000 years old. The it is found the oldest copies of Vedas found is about 7,500 years old. So the Vedas were a collection of science of nature, agriculture, astronomy, social sciences, ethics, and morality, culture, arts. So we can see that yoga was used to be practiced in those time also. The traces of yoga which are back over 5,000 years ago are found in the Aryan civilization in the Indus Valley. Okay, there are lot many clues that yoga was used to be practiced during those days, and we can also find the clues of yoga during the Ramayana. Okay, the Ramayana consists of 24,000 verses and tells the story of King Rama of Ayodhya kingdom, and it also tells about the people, their happy life, and that is the how they used to practice the yoga. And again, it can be seen in the Mahabharata, okay, where the Lord Krishna, who lived about 5,000 years ago. So we can see that yoga was practiced in those time also. So then we can see the presence of yoga during the Patanjali, when he wrote this about the yoga sutras of yoga. So they are it can be found in the 500 BC. Then we can see that post classical yoga, which where we find about the yoga master who lived around 800 AD, Guru Shankaracharya. Uh, so this is also evident there. Then we see the Hatha yoga, which was during the 600 to 1500 AD. And in the modern times, we see that yoga, which is in the 19th century, we can say that yoga was mastered by Swami Vivekanand, Guru Ramakrishna, and lot many other gurus, Guru Shankaracharya. Okay, so but yoga has faced lot many um, tough times also. When there was invasions of the Mughals, that time yoga was abolished and yoga was not practiced. Then during the East India Company, when they come to India, that time also yoga was not practiced. Though it was not lost, but it was just the few people used to practice it, like they were. It used to be practiced in the uh, gurukuls and pathshalas, and it was restricted to only yogis. So in the modern time, yoga is very useful, and as we know that yoga is a part of a healthy life now, because though it was in the it was limited to the sages, gurus, rishis in the ancient time, but we can see in the modern time a lot many people are being benefited by the practice of yoga. So we see that yoga is not only, as it is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means union or to join with God. So it is Atma with Paramatma. Okay, so we can see it here. Now let's talk about the Rishi Patanjali. So Rishi Patanjali wrote the 8 elements. The Yoga Sutra was given by Rishi Patanjali. So in that 8 elements, Rishi Patanjali has described that how it was in the 8 element was were used to follows, that was yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. So these were used to followed by the sages, by the rishis during the older times, and it is very tough for the people to follow it now in the modern times, because at the modern time yoga is restricted only to asanas, pranayam and dhyan. So now we'll see that how yoga gives like how it gives benefit to our modern times. So let's see the meaning and importance of yoga. The term yoga is derived from a Sanskrit word yuj, which means join or union. In fact, joining the individual self with the divine or universal spirit is called yoga. It is a science of development of man's consciousness. According to the Rishi Patanjali, again we can see here, checking the impulse of mind is yoga. And according to Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, it is written, skill in action or efficiency alone is yoga. So, yoga is attaining the pose as per the Rishi Maharishi Ved Vyas. So, yoga is equanimity of mind in success and failure. Yoga is discretion in work. Yoga is serenity. So, yoga is the art to achieve a balance between physical, mental, spiritual aspects of human being. Yoga in itself is a science by which a healthy lifestyle can be maintained. So, at the present time, if we see, India has given a word, a boon, a very helpful tool, or a science or art, that is a yoga. So, if in the word India is known, it is India has gifted the word, the art of living, that is yoga. So now we will see the importance of yoga. So we can see here that yoga is not only influential or beneficial in the physical means, social means, mental means, but in spiritual means also. We can see it here physically how it benefits. It gives a physical purity, prevention from disease, beautification of body, correct posture of body, development of muscles, increase the efficiency of heart and lungs, increase in flexibility. In social ways, it can we can see develop social qualities, develop social relationship, because again it is related to the mind, body and soul. So physically we have seen it. Now how mentally it affects, it reduces mental tensions, provide relaxation, develop concentration power, increase memory power, increase willpower. So when all this power, when all these things get improved, we can see that mental faculties get improved, and it is a balance, it is a stability. So that in this way it can make physically, socially and mentally. And the most important part is the spiritual, that spiritual development takes place through asana, increases meditation power, increase moral values. So there is a link between the atma and paramatma which take place through yoga. So when there is a stability of a mind, the body, mind and soul, when they are in a stable, they are in a harmony, it seeks towards the god. They come in search of god. So that's why the yoga takes towards the god. It is a union of atma with paramatma to live, to lead a healthy and harmonious life. Now we have to see here the elements of yoga. We can see it here that the main aim of yoga is to control over the mind. So this ashtanga yoga, the eightfold, the eight steps, the eight elements was given by the Rishi Patanjali, that is yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So again we can see that Patanjali's eight limbs of yoga. So what is yam? Yam is ahimsa, satya, astya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Then we can see what are the niyams. Niyams were this the purity, santosh, self discipline, self study, surrender. Then we can see the asanas, that is yogic postures, then pranayam, that is a focus, a breathing control, then we can see pratyahar, that is a withdrawal of senses, then we see dharana, that is the meditation, dhyan, that is a meditation, and the last one, that is a samadhi. So in this way we have seen that eight elements of yoga: yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So these eight elements were used to practice by the yogis, rishis during the ancient time, and at the present time we can see that the benefit we get from this eight element, that is we can practice asanas, pranayam, dhyan. So these are the very useful elements which can be practiced to live a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating habits, stable mental state, and a proper harmonious and healthy life. So yoga gives strength to face the challenges in day-to-day life. Regular practice of yoga give us patience, calmness, good health, flexibility, and improve our fitness level, and has a curative aspect. It also soothes, it also heals up the various lifestyle diseases of our body. So in this way we have finished our the first topic, that is a meaning of yoga, importance of yoga, and the elements of yoga.